Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dishonored KOD with Zauberhaft and ANZ, which means we're going on with Dowd's exploits on the streets of Dunwall. Hello, Mr. Guard. Are you going to return to your place of patrol just to find your bro missing? Yeah, I believe so. And I'm already in position to seal the deal. Isn't that great? Doesn't that make me happy? It does. You know what I just thought of? Returning back to the conversation I overheard at the end of the previous episode. You know, what's the misery of a guard really working with the plague victims, even though the stench is bad, even though it's supposedly terrible to experience all this? It's pretty egoistic to just see other normal people evicted, just not to experience that stench and pricks of conscience, whatever. It is okay that they're, you know, sending the actual plague victims to the flooded district, just so they don't contaminate others. But hey, don't they have the elixirs? Don't they have these rumored perfectly protecting them from the plague elixirs by Anton Sokolov? Isn't that supposed to be their ticket of safety? I guess not. I am guessing they're jumping ahead of themselves. These elixirs, at least judging by the gameplay, are working perfectly, and they do serve and do fulfill their function of actually protecting anyone who drinks them from the plague, as long as they drink those beforehand, like on a daily basis, before being exposed to the plague. So the guard has nothing to risk. Well, maybe they risk their pride of actually talking to those plague victims and so on and so forth, but they don't really risk their lives and health. Seriously. And they just want to work for Timsh and evict the actual healthy guys. That's what they're doing, just for the hell of it. Just because they don't want to experience these, you know, they don't want to see the plague victims. They're pretty egoistic, that's for sure. Eviction document. Is that one I'm supposed to pick up? I guess it is. Clues, items, eviction document. No? Oh, I can also read about the Hatter Gang hat. Interesting. This document, dated a month ago, accuses Timsh of plague infection in his estate and orders the seizure of his assets. I don't really have... Why can't I read it? I would like to read it, even though this document is supposed to be like a formal one, but still. Hatter Gang hat. A hat clearly belonging to the Hatter Gang. Looks like one of them... looks like one of them got into the captain's room and took his key to the legal district. Oh, that one is supposed to be that Chauncey guy, right? Got into the captain's room, seized the key, escaped to the house nearby, and died there. For no apparent reason. Roland's journal. Who the hell is Roland supposed to be? No scriptures, no titles, so I'm not sure. That is supposed to be some Roland. So Timsh. So, Timsh thinks he's invincible because he carries a letter from the Lord Regent giving him legal immunity from the state seizing his goods in case of plague. He carries it everywhere like a talisman, but he's also drafted the instrument of his own destruction. The document he uses for evictions is a generic form drafted by the office of the Lord Regent. It was trivial to acquire a blank one. Really? Oh, acquiring a blank one is the best thing there is. Acquiring a forgery of the Lord Regent's signature was less easy. But thankfully, some of my old connections are still loyal. Now, all I need to do is swap the two documents. Getting close enough to Timsh to do it won't be easy. I may need help from a professional. Once that's done, the fool just needs the push to go down, and that's the second part. Inside Timsh's basement, there's a device that circulates air in the building. If same material happened to find its way into the device, the building would reek like a weeper's den. I had to be particular about actual material, but I do not wish to infect the guard of servants with plague and cause needless suffering. The unsavory gentleman living in Unit 10 has offered to provide the odorous item and a sturdy sack to contain it. She craves my rune in exchange, so I will be forced to part with it. She has given me a key to her unit, so I can go and get the sack when I'm ready to make my move. That is pretty self-explanatory. There is supposed to be some sack that stinks like a weeper. Hey! You think you can hide from me? No! It is supposed to be mine. Oh, by the way, 3 out of 7 runes, so I will get at least 4 more on this mere level, which means I can now immediately invest that into the band time thing and be okay with anything! Yay! The next is going to be the acquisition of Summon Assassin, and consequently Arcane Bond as well. And as soon as I get the assassins on my side, I will be able to entertain you guys as best as I can. But I also see that there is another rune in there. And this one rune, one mere rune, will immediately open the way for assassins. I really crave it. I want it now. Legal Plaza.
General's on his way. Things got nasty in the upper city. We handled it.
One less mess for the watch to clean up.
Ooh, there's a higher officer of a sort. Dressed in red. Interesting.
Think you'll get your own squad after what happened last night? Never doubt it.
Never doubt it. You'll get to a good night's sleep. That's what I can promise you. Never doubt it. I will sneak up on you and I get you. I'm also supposed to be pretty cautious because those balconies are pretty open and I'm afraid I can get spotted. And if I do... Yep. There are plague victims here. I kinda need to be cautious in case I find any actual Weeper inside. I don't really want to see that. And I also have heard of randomly and suddenly spawning rats. Can I actually hop up and like this? If it happens, I'm not sure. Whoa, just look around. Bone charms, runes, everywhere around this place. I can just harvest this. Cultist scribblings. How am I supposed to read it? I'm not sure. This one was born to a wealthy family. He stayed out in the countryside because it was the only place he could see the stars at night. He was never educated, so he did not know what they were. He used to pray to them. Okay. Pray to something I don't know. Okay, we'll see about it. So we have collected the sack with malodorous... No, we have located it. Now we have acquired it. That's nice. I guess we'll be pretty capable of sending that guy legally away from this place, which this is gonna be nice. Beyond any words. More scribblings. Cultist scribblings. Okay, I guess these scribblings do belong to one and the same person, but I'm not sure. This one was a father. He sired 6 of 3 months. He drowned one of them. What? He sired 6 of 3 mothers. Whoa. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah. And he drowned one of them. But it was not his fault. One day, the child's grandfather discovered what happened, but the old man did not agree with the assessment. He is dead now. I also like the way they make the feet for them. They seem longer than they need to be. Oh, you see how pretty long they are. Okay, another scribbling text. This one killed to carve wood. Liked. And he was killed, I guess. Let me guess. Once he carved a small whale, he spoke to it and kept it in his pocket. Its grains knew all of his secrets, just as I do. Wait a minute. What kind of cultist was that? What was he up to? So there's a cultist that was up to something around this place, and more scribblings. This one was a teacher. She used to teach the children about the black-eyed one who saw in her dreams. Yeah, she saw in her dreams. The black one. The outsider? Did she? Did she actually see the outsider and she was teaching kids about the thing? Oh yeah, just imagine. You come to school, or your children come to school and they return home telling you, oh, you see, our teacher has been telling us about some black-eyed guy who she had seen in the dreams the last night. This is a bit weird, isn't it? No one knew. But then one of the children went into a trace and began to cry her name. Then the overseers came. Well, yeah. That's the way it finishes. This is the... That was pretty well expected. That is. It is so well expected. Ooh. Well, yeah. God bless this. Oh, God bless the causality. I would have never guessed about this little thing. Probably I could have watched like this to this space, but I come to this locker and I immediately see that it is activatable. This cabinet. Telekinetic use. You know, I am not even ashamed of this. Not one bit.
Oh,
Whoa!
I wondered.
Oh my
What does he
god!
smell like? Rotting flesh,
Hey!
wild flowers. Does he ask you questions? I wonder when he'll speak to me.
Shut up, Billy Lurk! I hate you so much! Why do you have to appear all of a sudden in front of me? Shh! You scare the shit out of me, you know? Why? There's such a silent room and there's like boom! Oh my god! Why do you have to be this insolent? Approach quietly next time. And don't pop out all of a sudden. Say knock knock, Dowd, are you okay? Is it alright if I talk to you a bit? Tell you something important? I was about to see a weeper in here of a sort, and then you pop out all of a sudden. Yeah, that's right. Get away. I'm not sure I want to see you anymore. God damn it. That Billy Lurk. Is he... Oh. No. I don't want to escape yet. Is that Billy Lurk going to pursue me throughout the entirety of the Knife of Dunwall and Brigmore Witches? Is it gonna be just this terrible? Gosh darn it. This is what I really don't want to see. Oh, okay. I'm calming down. The rune is mine as well.
Here's one last lesson for
Ah,
old time's
hello.
sake. The barrister was a champion at finding his enemies' weak points, but he didn't see Delilah as a threat until it was too late. No one's watching Delilah now except you. And me, of course. I see everything. I see forever.
Oh, I
And
know.
right now, I see a man walking a tightrope over a sea of blood and filth. The Empress is dead.
You imply me,
And
right?
the water's rising. You've got Rothwild packed into a crate, bound for the frozen north, Dad.
Yep.
Surprisingly clean work for a man with so much blood on his hands. Did the Empress change you? Or do you think this will help you dodge what's coming? You'd better hurry.
You
You're
see,
running out of
guys?
rope.
That guy's playing a psychologist right now. Really, outsider? Is that what you're doing? Playing around a psychologist? Oh, god damn it. He's just being insolent as well, is he? Yeah, he has pretty much already mentioned everything about this particular situation. Dowd has killed the Empress, and he said there will be consequences. And he has mentioned that he is an eternal being that can see everything, everywhere, in all time. Wait, why is my sword bloody? I don't remember hurting anyone. Oh, I have missed one more scribblings text. This one worked so hard, he broke both of his hands. When he was of no more use, they threw him out. His mother cared for him until she died, after which she turned to begging. Then he died. He turned begging. You know what the funny thing is, ladies and gentlemen? I have not read a single of these scribblings without a mistake. Even though there is like 2 or 3 lines in each of them. Terrible, isn't it? Well, yeah, it's because I have certain difficulties concentrating my eyes on small objects like those text patterns. That's for sure. This is one of the reasons which, well, indirectly helped me dodge that military commission. So I am not sure if that's good or bad. Predictably bad, but yeah, I'll have to go on with what I have. And yeah, I also want to see where I'm supposed to go. Is this the time for me to infiltrate Timsh's house or not yet? Yes, it might be, but if I teleport down there, I don't think I will be able to come back. Oh yeah, this is the best answer for everything. I don't need shit from you. You see these guards are so angry, even towards themselves, even towards each other. They despise each other, and this is how the life in that city goes on. What is one supposed to do? No. Taking the sword back is not really cleaning it of blood. Yeah, I'm stained with blood. Blood stains everywhere. What's this? A lady. Okay. Clearly a statue, that is. Statue of Delilah. You can see these weird patterns on her legs. And higher they go, there are flowers and also spikes around there too. Interesting. What kind of lady is that? And how does Dowd know that this is exactly a statue of Delilah? Well, this is the most likely thing. A hidden room in Timsh's house. And Timsh might have likely fallen in love with her. Let's pick up that rune too. And by the way, let's spend that rune immediately. Oof. Yeah, summon assassin. I can summon assassins right now. Say hello to my little friends. Yeah, 5. Summon Master Assassin. And this one, at level 2, assassins benefit from pull, bend time, and shadow kill. Ooh. Okay, that's good. So I guess I will spend the next 4 runes into the acquisition of the Arcane Bond, and later I will return to Summon Assassin. And I also would like to know how much that pull thing costs, because if I remember correctly, when I hit the Brigmore Witches part, I will be given another shadow power, which is called Pull, just to like drag objects and people towards me, which is a good skill, and it is very beneficial even for stealth non-lethal play. Whoa, 1 coin for 100. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Is it alright? Bam, bam, bam.
Who are you?
I understand.
That's moving!
Strange. I was a baker's apprentice in Dunwall Tower.
Which I have already been told about.
Then afterward, I made my name as a painter.
Yeah.
I'm obviously something much greater.
Oh, and I have grown to much more
You
power!
won't get more. I ought to just kill you. But I'm going to give you a warning for the sake of my sisters.
Oh.
Very impressed with you once upon a time. Stay away from me. There are great changes coming, and I'll expect you not to interfere. I have influence in places you won't expect.
Ooh.
But as for Arnold Timsh, do what you want. I won't hold a grudge.
Oh, okay.
I'm done with
Thank you at least for that, bitch.
Is that who you were looking for? Well, she's a bit of a bitch.
Yeah.
And the artwork's hopeless. I know you have your reasons.
She is a bitch. You know, you mindless piece of rock. You will not dictate me what, when, and how to do things I want to do. That's exactly what I will do with you. I don't need shit from you, Delilah. When I get to you, you'll regret your words. I'm on your tail. And when I get close enough, I'll drag you by it and throw you into the abyss from which you came. A poem by Delilah. Oh, you are a poet too. When a pretty Emily woke one day, she saw the world a different way. Her eyes now looked with a stranger's guile, or guile. Yeah, guile it is. Her dainty mouth smiled a stranger's smile. Her hands now worked a stranger's wrath. Her feet now walked a stranger's path. Emily fed, another grew stronger. The stranger's cravings drove her onward. Oh, that's a particularly interesting rhyme there. And no one who looked on Emily's face ever guessed who ruled in Emily's place. What is this? What are you trying to imply? Okay, I know. You know, when Emily gets back to her rulership, Corvo will most likely be beside her as a regent. Well, obviously because Emily is pretty young for an empress. Well, I mean, he will make a good empress, but she obviously needs quite a big lot of learning to start with. Oh, that's a whale thing? A little whale. But why is she implying that nobody will guess who rules in Emily's place? Does she want to say that someone is going still to take her place as a ruler? Even before she returns to her rulership? That's interesting. That is interesting. I clearly... Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that. I played the Brigmore Witches part, but letter A, I don't really remember what happened. And letter B, I played it when it merely came out, and... Well, that's nice. Is this Delilah? Whoa, yeah, this is Delilah. This is exactly what is written over there. And this is quite a terrible painting, too. Quite a terrible one. I guess Mr. Timsh is completely obsessed. Okay, I'll make sure not to trigger the spell I don't want to. Returning to the topic, I have been playing that game, especially the Brigmore Witches, right when it first came out. At the very moment, at the very day, I just wanted to give it a shot right away. And on the last mission of Brigmore Witches, it would just glitch. It would freeze the game and throw me back onto the desktop, so I just decided to wait. I know that now there are lots of patches for that game, and it has pretty much been improved, so these glitches will no longer occur, and I will dig down to the bottom of this time. Nothing will stop me. A letter from Roland. Oh, this is the very Roland who plots against Mr. Timsh. Dear Arnold, thank you for evicting my wife and me over for dinner last week. Okay, I'm joking. Thank you for inviting my wife and me over a dinner last week. We both had a splendid time. I also appreciate you being so patient with her episode. Not many people are as understanding, and you showed considerate grace. Considerable, yeah. I'm also happy I was able to confide you with my business arrangements. I'm sure you will be able to keep them strictly confidential, but it was a relief. It was a relief to finally be able to vent about the frustrations I much endure daily to a colleague who understands those sorts of things. I hope that you will allow me to return the favor and play host to you for an evening. Sincerely, Wiles Rolleth. Oh, that's a pretty nice letter. Pretty polite and pretty good. It doesn't really give away any hostility in it.
Mother, this is Arnold. If you happen to awaken while no one is present, I've prepared this for you, to remind you of recent events to help clear your mind and put you at ease.
Okay.
The plague has ended. I have married and will become Prime Minister, just as you always wanted. My sister and brother are both here and doing well. Your last will and testament has been written and approved. We all love you, Mother. Now go back to sleep. Rest. Everything is fine.
He's also sending audio logs to his mother. So interesting. So you're also gonna get Timsh's estate key. Ah, that's quite unexpected. There's a blueprint in there, and I'm gonna lay my hands on it. This is exactly what I want. Ooh. See, ladies and gentlemen, it's quite an intricate thing that the statue of Delilah is located right behind the painting. Well, I guess that's sort of poetic. I guess this is interesting to an extent. Okay. Let's see where exactly that thing can possibly be. There are 4 guys out there, which I don't like. Looks pretty dangerous to me. Actually, it does look incredibly dangerous. Private bathroom of Mr. Timsh. And he also throws coins everywhere. Are they supposed to be the tips for the local maid? Maybe. Maybe not. We yet have to discover that for ourselves. There's a little dining hall. Everything goes on pretty nicely so far. A rune is right down there.
Or offering aid to the Hatter criminal organization will be restrained or killed.
What a surprise! You kill everybody who is not within your interest. If it goes that way, like, yeah, the boldest measures are the safest motto, you will kill half a city. Really, I can say that. If you continue on like this, half the city will be dead, and not by the plague. It will be by your hands. Oh man, there are lots of guards, and I don't really know what to do with these. These are all guards. And there's also a guy right over there. Is that Timsh himself? Whoa, whoa. Ooh. I was just about to freak out there for a second. What if one of those guards randomly decides to come around and open the door? Ooh, I'm gonna get smashed. Or technically just overwhelmed. Alright, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to follow my usual tactic and just freak him out? Let him spread out? Or I'm supposed to do something more crooked.
Dunwall's heir, Emily Caldwell, to 10,000 coins upon the recovery of her or her remains. Be advised, claiming the reward does not confer legal immunity.
Oh. Oh. Interesting. And by the way, from which I know, I suspect that anyone, even if someone finds Emily Caldwell and brings her to these guys...
What does she know? Young people. Of course they think they can judge us.
Oh, they're guarding Timsh himself. I see.
What they call it.
Sensitive people are wrecking this city. Sensitive people don't collect taxes. And they don't burn out the slums or create the buffer zones we need.
Quite right.
Ooh.
Any citizens belonging to or offering aid to the Hatter criminal organization.
Oh, please shut the hell up. I don't really happen to understand what they're merely saying. Where are you talking from? Where's that music box of yours? Ooh! Look at this! Look at this! My sword without a hand on it. Oh, look. This is something I did not expect to have happened. Alright. This is... Oh, good. Alright, anyway. I will destroy this. Oh, yeah. They have been... Oh, that's the best way to freak them all out, right? A giant explosion in the middle of the street. Thanks very much. I have done the... I have done my job properly right there. Now they're all on high alert. Yay. Great. Great. Perfect. They have spread out right now. There's Timsh. I don't really think I'll do anything to him. I could choke him at best and throw him somewhere, right? Just because I don't really want to kill him. I will do it in a much more interesting way. I will make him suffer. I haven't heard a conversation properly, so I will destroy your property. Right? Right. They have spread out. Looks like I merely had to finish that conversation somehow, either by means of patience or by means of... Who said that? Who of you said that? Oh, these voices must have come from the street. And there's a guard constantly being next to Mr. Timsh, which technically means I won't be able to knock him down without causing ruckus. Alternatively, I will do this without causing ruckus by activating the time warp spell. Okay, let's do this. Let's trigger the time warp spell and carry Mr. Timsh all the way to his bedroom, where he will remain until... Oh, fine. They have triggered me all by themselves. Get this. That's yours. Whoa! I missed! Here we go. I will wait. I'll clearly wait. What happens next? I don't think anything does. Timsh is unconscious, so I will just... wait. I hope that doesn't spoil the non-lethal thing. He's still alive, just unconscious. That shouldn't spoil, right? Everything should be alright. I'll just carry him all the way to his bedroom and leave him around over here. Have a good night's sleep. Alright. Let me check out the journal here. Optional. Meet with Billy Lurk on a rooftop. Non-lethal is still activated. Place the sack inside the air circulator in the basement. Good. Find the lost will and testament of Timsh's mother as well. Well, this is not even optional. This is something I really need to get. And finally, kill Arnold Timsh. We will kill Mr. Timsh in a way. What I sort of, well, that is to an extent, like this game for, is that there are non-lethal things as to how to deal with the target characters in this game, but, you know, there's a big, huge question as to whether this is actually a good thing. The alternative way, the non-lethal way, causes much more suffering than just a pure death sometimes. This is like, oh, the man will suffer. And who guarantees that Mr. Timsh, being accused of having the plague, will not kill himself? It will be incredibly difficult for him to, like, reforge his psyche and get used to the fact that he's no longer in power. He no longer has money. He no longer has protection. He no longer has anything he used to have before. He's just a poor guy who has nothing to fend for himself with and will most likely contract a plague shortly after that thing happens. So we will accuse him of having the plague, and he will consequently get the plague eventually. I'm pretty sure that this thing will happen. He will not even have the money to pay for Sokolov's elixir anymore. He won't drink it anymore. He will be contaminated. I don't really want to know. What do you mean by what? Oh, they have found the sleeping guys. Very nice. I haven't actually killed anyone so far. Okay, I guess there is high time that we stopped over here, right next to sleeping Arnold Timsh, who is calmly waiting for the inevitable doom we have dished out for him. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you next time in the following episode of Dishonored, The Knife of Dunwall on ANZ. And for now, signing out. Until next time.